name is Erin Gall, and I'm the chair of the Small Business Committee for the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce. We're very excited today to be here at the Chill Spot with Zebdiel Dewar, celebrating his Small Business of the Month win for July of 2021. The Chill Spot has been here since October of 2019. They got about 6 months in before COVID hit, but somehow we're still able to grow. They've added 2 food trucks. They give back to the community. We're really excited to see what the future holds for you. If you haven't been here, they have a very wide menu, chicken curry, fried chicken, jerk chicken, oxtail. They have a lot of interesting foods, a nice Jamaican culture blend. They have reggae nights, and they've got some really exciting expansion news coming up. You also just had your second health inspection. They got 100 on that for the second time in a row. So Zebdiel, tell us a little bit. I know, that's worth an applause. Tell us a little bit about where you're expanding and where we can find you here in the next month or so.
All right, so first of all, I'd like to say thank you for this opportunity. We will be expanding, we'll be moving to East Thomas Street, where the old Prime Smokehouse location was. A much larger kitchen, so we'll have a much larger menu. We'll be able to bring the culture in a much larger way.
Well, we are definitely excited. Please come out also next week to our Small Business Awards celebration. You'll be one of our food vendors there, so you'll get to taste some of the flavors there, and then check them out at the old Prime Smokehouse location, and come check out the flavors of Jamaica.
We are in such a fun place. We are in the Chill Spot in downtown Rocky Mount, and if you haven't been there, you have really missed out. Right, David?
Absolutely. The food, the environment, everything, including this. I think this speaks volumes of the quality of this particular spot.
And Zebdiel, this is not the first time you've gotten that 100,
No,
right?
it's not. This is the second time.
Second time. I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
I'm with you, David. I see other numbers, but tell us your philosophy for why you keep getting these hundreds.
Well, you know, for us, we believe that we are serving the community. We should give them the best. Nothing that if you don't want it for yourself, don't give it to another person. Mm-hmm. So, you know, as servants of the community, we want to ensure that we are giving the community the best.
Well, and when we look around and see the energy here, people love to come here. And as Erin mentioned, you are doing so well here in spite of starting right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yes, ma'am.
That you're moving to the Prime Smokehouse location, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When do you hope to be open there?
All being well, the first week of August, we'd like to be in that location.
David, tell us what you thought when you first heard that.
Well, I thought that was great. It's such an amazing location, and this has served Rocky Mount so well, but you'll have twice the space, 3 times the space in a larger kitchen, which means the good news is for us, because there's more of it for us to share and enjoy and bring our friends in. You know, we're all familiar with that location. It's great. We know what you produce, which is amazing. We know the type of service you do. That's a win-win for everybody.
So we're going to talk about the food trucks, not only this location, but you have gone out in the community and had many rodeos, food truck rodeos and whatnot. But I want everybody to learn about you. You have a really interesting background, and I think one of the first things when I started reading about the various professions you've had, you're not afraid to take on something new and just give it your all.
No, ma'am.
So talk about growing up and when you came here and jobs you had in Jamaica before you came.
I was a police officer in Jamaica. I was a detective whilst being a police officer. I had a car wash,
and a restaurant,
and a bar. So, you know, I've been through it before.
And then what brought you to America?
Actually, I usually visit America. But then what brought me here to live is my wife. She's a teacher. She teaches here. I guess they needed specialists, and she's one. So she came here, and I migrated.
And since you have come here, you didn't immediately jump into the restaurant
No,
business.
I did not. I worked with, well, I went to Nash Community College and I did line construction. So I worked with Pike Electric, which is a subcontractor of Duke. I worked at Sussex One State Prison as a prison warden. And I worked at Spectrum as a technician.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting that you wanted a job, so you went and taught
Yes,
yourself
ma'am.
a whole new skill set and
whole new
went to
skill
work.
I had never done it before.
Well, does it help you here that you know some of those things now where you've got for the
Somewhat.
restaurant?
Somewhat it does.
But is food your main love? Is that
Yes,
why
ma'am.
you gravitated back to opening the Chill Spot?
Yes, ma'am. That's what.
How did that come about?
You know,
Most of us like to eat, but there's a difference between you serving me a wonderful meal here and me having the passion to prepare it.
One of the things was that when I left work, I didn't have anywhere to just go and relax. There was Chili's, there was Applebee's, but that was as much as Rocky Mount had. So I wanted to create somewhere where persons, of all race, all class, all sex could just come together and just relax. And that's the concept of the Chill Spot. Persons can just come, relax, have fun. If you have a good day, come to the Chill Spot. If you have a bad day, come to the Chill Spot. So it's just somewhere, it's welcoming to everybody. It's for us all to just relax, have fun, eat some good food, listen to some music. That's it.
And the name, the D, is not only your last name,
No, ma'am.
but also Jamaican. It's used D instead of the.
Yes, so instead of saying the word the, we say the. So we would say the car, and versus you guys would say the car. So it's a language called Patois, or broken English. So D is the Chill Spot, as also Dwar's Chill Spot. That's right.
And on weekends, you have a band here, reggae music?
We have a live DJ. We have block parties. We try to do something that persons want to come on out, just have fun, keep out of trouble, just enjoy themselves.
And at Prime Smokehouse, you will have that location.
gosh,
you will have
yes.
so much more room to do that.
Yes.
And you have a stage sort of in the back of that, which will be great.
Yes.
Be either live or DJ. That's gonna be incredible.
I want to talk about your food. David got a big grin on his face, and so did you on that one. But it's Jamaican?
Yes, ma'am.
Exclusively Jamaican? Is that the?
I would say about 98%.
Okay, and I went online and looked at your menu. I mean, you have a great website
ma'am.
if people want to go and learn more about you before coming, the hours you're open, and you're open an hour later on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yes.
What time do you open? 11?
11 o'clock.
And stay up until 8?
Tuesdays to Thursdays to 8. Fridays we go until 9, which we will be extending these hours. But as of now, on Fridays 9 p.m. and Saturdays we usually go until about 11.
Oh, okay. So your website, you stay open as long as you got people here having a good time. You stay.
Yeah, we just want to ensure that persons have a good time. As I said though, when we finally transition, we will be extending our hours to facilitate, for persons.
Describe your food.
Whew. So we have something basically for everyone. We have some foods that are spicy, or jerks, they're spicy. We have sweets, we have savory, we have fusion dishes where we'll have like shrimp and chicken. We have persons can combination plates, oxtail, curry goat, chicken. We have fish, exotic fish, snapper, parrot. We have burgers, we have wraps, we have salads, we have vegetarian plates, we have soups, we have so much, and then we have seasonal products, which when we can get them from the islands, we have them, but they're very seasonal. We have the national dish of Jamaica, which is ackee and sawfish.
And what is that? How is that?
Ackee in its truest form is actually a fruit. So it grows in a pod. When it's ripe, the pod opens. Now we cook saltfish, which is codfish. It's a salted fish. We cook it with onions, bell peppers, all that. And then we add the ackee to it. That's our national dish.
That's got to be great.
It's good.
That's
Really
got to be
sounds
great.
good.
It's an acquired taste, but it's real good.
Well, and I have to tell you, Sam Bass, who works at the chamber, said that your food truck
Yes.
was near him recently, and he came and they said he was kind of discussing what to have, and he said, I don't want it super spicy, and I would like to stay away from curry. And he said he had the biggest proportion of the best tasting, almost Swedish chicken.
That's brown stew chicken.
Yeah. He said there was rice and vegetables. He said it was a very generous
Yes.
proportion too.
Yeah, we try to ensure that, when a customer comes, they feel like they have gotten value for their money. A lot of times I'll eat out and you'll be like, the food is good, but I feel like I should have gotten a bit more. So we try to give persons quite a value for their money.
So translated, no one's going to come in here and order and leave hungry.
No. Persons will actually have some for tomorrow.
A little to go.
Yeah. We've got the theme in here is beautiful.
It is.
Well, now you're going to have brick at the. We got a whole brick wall. You're going to have that at the Prime also. So you'll have
yes, there's
a
a-
lot
Yeah,
of
the
same
interiors are
things.
very
They're
similar.
similar.
Very
Bar,
similar.
a larger bar there,
Right.
Much larger
but a
bar.
much bigger kitchen. How about you have decorated though with wonderful pictures behind? How about kind of taking us a walk down Jamaican history by going down these and describing who they are?
So we have Chris Gayle. He is the #1 batsman in the world. This is our 1998 football, soccer for Americans, soccer team. This is one of our most successful teams. We have the great Bob Marley. He needs no introduction.
That's true.
We have, for dance hall, these two are legends, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. We have Usain Bolt, who is the world's fastest man, and Shelley-Ann Fraser, who, as of today, is the world's fastest woman.
Wow. I think it's really nice that you brought your Jamaican culture with you
Thank you.
Oh, too.
and celebrate that here.
Yes.
So one of the things that is looked at by the Small Business Committee is that you've grown. We talked about that you started right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yes.
And you have grown to 5 employees now, and
Yes.
I'm sure you're going to be hiring more.
Yes, ma'am, we will. We're already in the process
Oh,
of
okay.
hiring more.
So if anybody's listening, how can they find out if they might?
They can communicate with us on any social media platform. We respond very quickly. It's a fun environment. It's one of those environments. It's not really work. It's work, but not really work.
And David, have you eaten at one of their the food truck?
Not one of the trucks, but out of here, yes.
Okay, let's talk about the food truck. Where have you been? Where do you go? And you're an inspiration to other people because you help put them together and,
Yes.
and go and have a big party with them.
We go as far as Virginia, South Carolina. I'd say that's how far we've been with the food trucks. Roanoke Rapids, Wilson,
Goldsboro?
Goldsboro, Tarboro. We'll go anywhere the customer wants us to be. We like to share our culture with persons. We want persons to understand that there's much more out there, and this is just a part of it, and share with persons.
Your love of food, I
Yes,
think,
ma'am.
and who doesn't like food? But it's kind of like you gift people with the warmth and the joy of the food that you
Yes, ma'am.
feed. It's very personal to you, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
One of the most impressive things since you put the key in the door the first time was shortly before the pandemic. You opened within 6 months of the pandemic, which we all know how devastating that was for everybody, but especially hospitality industry,
Yes.
food industry.
Yes.
You had no drive-in, which certainly saved a lot of fast food restaurants and other restaurants. And I came by here one day just to check on you. You were blowing out the door saying, I'll be back in 15 minutes, I got a delivery to make. Came
Yes.
back here, you talk about the old adage, chief cook, bottle washer. You were running the delivery, you were cooking the food, you were checking people out, you had a great staff then. And you were able to come out on the other side
Yes, sir.
because, in my opinion, you decided not to stop
No, sir.
and think, woe is me.
No, sir.
And you ended up buying food trucks,
Yes, sir.
which have enabled you to continue to grow and build your reputation. I don't know how you did it, but I'm certainly thankful you did do it.
Well, to be honest, one of the things about Jamaica is it teaches you resilience. And when the pandemic hit, it hit hard. And we realized that we had to do something different. So we took orders. I personally delivered them. I was all over Rocky Mount.
You sure were.
As far as Nash, just doing deliveries, and we reaped the fruits of the labor.
Well, I think your timing is perfect. Was with the Secretary of State's office earlier today on a call, and she was the person I was talking to. Asked me if I had heard the economic growth numbers in Edgecombe and Nash County, the percentage of new businesses opening, which really just helps all of us. It helps television station, it helps your restaurant, it helps our Chamber of Commerce. We're all feeling those fruits. The new incorporated businesses in the first quarter in Edgecombe County were up 201%.
Great.
Only one county had a greater increase, and that was Scotland. And I asked her, I said, okay, let me have Nash's numbers. Up 95%. That's nothing to sneeze on.
No.
I mean, it shows people like yourself are investing in this region,
Yes.
and there's a reason for it. And your success leads others to success.
True.
And it begins to feed on itself. And that's what we love to do in the Twin County area. And we're so grateful you're here, but you're just one of many now that are discovering the richness
Yes.
of the greater Rocky Mountain area.
And the culture, the
Oh,
diversity
gosh,
of the
yes.
culture.
Oh,
the
my goodness, yes.
Cuisine and everything is just
Absolutely.
To have a Jamaican here who is doing the 100.
The real stuff.
Yeah, but also
It's not been Americanized.
No, he's given us exactly what he grew up eating
Yes.
and what he loves the best.
Yes.
And it's treating us. It sounds to me like everybody who comes to the door is family to you, aren't they?
Yes, yes. That's how we want them to feel. Just feel at home.
I've noticed while we've been doing the interview, the steady stream of people coming in here smiling. And then
And
walking
they
out.
smile leaving.
Walking
When you
out.
open that box, they're smiling.
They're smiling, and that's
Well, let's
a
take a
great
quick
thing.
break, and I want
Sure.
we're going to introduce a couple of your employees here, and then we want to talk about you're giving back to the community. Besides
problem.
feeding us, you're
problem.
helping with hunger, you're helping with mentoring, all kinds of stuff. So we'll be right back. And we are joined by one of your many staff now, and the rest of them were shy, camera shy, but this young lady agreed
Well,
to
they're
come.
busy. They're back there busy.
They are busy.
They really
Yeah.
are busy.
What's your name?
Fabrice.
Okay, and how long have you worked here?
About a month.
Okay. You want to give us the inside? Is it really like he says? It's like family, and is he fun to work for?
Yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy it. I like it.
Okay, so describe. Is this Jamaican? What you got on your head?
Yes, the colors.
It's called what?
It's just the colors.
The cover.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a name for that?
Black, green, and gold those are actually the Jamaican colors for the flag. The red, it goes with Rastafarianism, which is practiced in Jamaica a lot as well. So we decided to use those. It fits our theme.
Well, and I do like very much that you come in and you do feel the vibe. I mean,
Yeah,
we
there's a
haven't turned
vibe,
down the
there's
music,
colors.
but you have background
Yes.
music of Jamaican and whatnot.
It is.
Do you want to brag on her and then what?
Yes, I can. I actually
Okay.
can, because even though she has just been here a little over a month, every day I've received so many compliments about her. One of the things is that I am very close with my customers. I talk to my customers, to find out how things are, how's the meals. Persons will tell me, you have a good staff. I get a lot of compliments about all my staff. We do have our downfalls, we do have things we need to work on, but we get way more compliments than negatives.
Well, and I'm sure he was a good mentor. You got to see how he did it and saw the response to how he was doing it. What do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
I waitress and serve and just make the customers happy, basically.
Good. Are you?
What got you interested in coming in here?
Well, I've eaten here multiple times before I got hired, so I mean, I like the food and I like the vibe when I came in, so I figured it was a good work environment.
You know, that's a great testimony.
Yeah.
I love the product.
Uh-huh.
I like how I feel when I come in here. I think I want to be part of it. That's a winning recipe.
Are you excited about moving to a larger location?
I'm
Are you-
excited for them. Really.
We need to tell some of your friends who are similar people to you to come and apply for jobs because it sounds like there's going to be a need for more people.
Yeah, there'll be opportunities.
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to let you get back to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you.
We
Thank you for
appreciate
being
it.
here.
Uh-huh. I read in the application nomination for Small Business of the Month that
Yes, ma'am.
you like to mentor.
Yes. Yes.
Talk about that, please.
You know, I think that there are a lot of young men who they're not necessarily bad, as society may say or claim. A lot of persons are just misguided. And if we focus on guiding persons in the right direction, a lot of persons who fall off by the wayside could have been helped some other way. So, you know, persons who see me as influential, I try to positively influence them, you know, guide them the right way, you know, and the younger that you can get a person, you can mold them better at that age, you know, let them understand values, work ethics, the basic things in life, morals, you know, so that when they get older, they would have already had the roots cemented in. So we have programs where, you know, if persons want help with homework, they can come, they can help us. There are a lot of teachers in the family. They can come, we'll help them with their homework. If they just need advice on something, we help them.
Another thing you do is help. You give away a lot of food.
Yes, yes. So we do not believe in wasting, and we're not gonna serve it to the customers the next day. So basically, we give to the homeless shelter on Braswell Street. Is that Braswell? Yes, Braswell Street, and you know they're really grateful for it. We put out there if there's any family that needs food, that genuinely needs food, we will provide food for them. Not just 1 day, 2 days, but we'll provide food for them. Because personally, I grew up very poor. I grew up in the poorest parts of Kingston, Jamaica, and I understand what it is to be hungry. I understand what it is to be poor. So if we can help a person, we are more than willing to do it. You know, it's not easy being hungry. It's not. So we donate the food nightly to the homeless center. Persons will call us and say if they can get some food, we'll give it away. You know, it's no problem. I think we bless people, and that's how we get blessings.
Well, you have been blessed back. but
You
certainly,
have.
and a lot. I think you've given a lot of food to schools
Yeah,
too.
well, during school we have a program called Roundup, where it takes a change that you donate as a customer. So let's say your meal comes to $19.60, you will donate 40 cents, and then we will match the 40 cents, and then a foundation will match the entire amount. So if customers donated $200 for the month, we donate $200, taking it to $400. The foundation donates $400 for a total of $800. And the schools, whatever they want to do, it's up to them. We send it directly to them.
That's a great program.
Yes.
That's a great program.
And with your wife as a teacher, I'm sure you get a lot of feedback for the needs that she
Yes.
sees in the school system.
You know, the schools, the teachers have it really hard. You know, being understaffed, being, you know, limited pay. They need resources, you know, because a lot of times schools have to ask parents for resources. So the program we have, it helps. We'll get letters from students saying they bought music equipment, they bought well-needed books, they bought sports supplies, and you know, it makes us feel good, you know, to know that we can help persons.
And you're doing it for all the right reasons too.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, and before we wrap, I want to talk a little bit more about your food because I'd like to show some dishes
Sure.
if you've got some. But goat, I noticed was on your menu. Is that a very popular meat?
Very, very. But ironically, when we just started, persons were weary of goat. And then I was just like, try it. Let me give you a sample.
What does it taste like?
I would say it is a better tasting beef.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's much more tender.
Have you had it, David?
Yes.
It is much more tender,
Okay.
and we slow cook it. So it falls off the bone, and it's very flavorful.
Okay.
It holds the texture very well.
People sometimes often get hung up on the animal, goat, whatever, or oxtail, and they're missing some really flavorful
Yep.
meats. They really are, that are very tender.
We're here. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon, and there is a steady stream of people coming in.
Yes.
It's not lunchtime. It's not dinner time.
No.
So do you just have people coming in all afternoon?
Yes. There's no specific time. We'll be here in the next 5 minutes. We may have 40 persons.
Yeah, it's a steady stream of people.
It's just a
which is-
steady flow. And as you said earlier, one of the things is persons speak about how much food they get.
Your server is doing something I wish more places would do, and
Yes.
she's giving that to the customer.
Yes.
She's opening it and
Yes.
showing it what it
That's
is.
our
Make sure
policy.
that
That's
make
our
sure it's
policy.
what
So
the
before
customer
we
ordered.
give you your order, we show it to you to ensure that it is what you ordered. It is how you want it. So if there's any problem, you can say, no, that's not what I wanted. Or, I think something is wrong here.
Those
because-
are wonderful small touches that
Yes,
make
sir.
such a difference.
Well, Dave and I are both on the Central City Revitalization panel, and we are very interested in downtown Rocky Mount. How about helping us close out this show by telling people watching why you think this is a good place to do business?
Rocky Mount is definitely a city on the rise.
In downtown, especially.
Downtown Rocky Mount,
Absolutely.
yes. I think with the influx that's coming to Raleigh as well, that we are going to see a lot more businesses, a lot more families moving to Rocky Mount. And just like every other downtown in major cities, the downtown is the spot to be. The downtown is where the activities, the great restaurants, nightlife,
Arts.
arts, museums. And Rocky Mount, I think, is no different. I think it has the potential to be great and even greater than other bigger cities because it is super diverse as well.
Well, and we want you to be such a big part of that.
We sure do.
And we're just absolutely so grateful
We
that
sure
you
do.
chose us.
Thank you.
And a big congratulations to you.
Thank you very
So,
much.
and
Absolutely.
I guess most people watching, by the time this gets edited and all, it'll be almost August. So as of the very beginning of August, go to the former location of the Prime Smokehouse.
Look
and you'll
look
be
for
right
the
there.
opening and
Follow
get
us on
ready for
social media.
big things.
Absolutely. Well, thank
Big
you. And
thanks.
again,
Thank you.
congratulations. And thank you for joining us.